Okay there, this is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile, and welcome back to the 31 Lists of Horror. Yes, tonight is the night of the full moon, so of course I gotta do 5 werewolf recommendations for you. So these are 5 werewolf movies that I quite enjoy. These are 5 werewolf movies I have in my personal collection behind me that you need to see if you have not. A few of these are pretty common movies, honestly. Maybe only one or two of them that you have not seen, I'd say, that are slightly deeper cuts than the rest. But they range from stuff from the 40s all the way through the 2000s. So let's see what I have for you today. First, I just need to talk about the OG, the Wolfman. If you haven't seen the Universal Monsters movies, I finally watched this like 2 Octobers ago. I binged parts of this Universal Monsters set this came in, and I watched the original film of all the franchises essentially. And the Wolfman is damn good. It has a lot of the original, Wolfman lore with the silver and the full moons and all that jazz. It's not a werewolf movie as much as it's a clearly Wolfman movie, but they're one and the same. Um, I prefer werewolf movies over Wolfman movies, but you got to give credit where credit is due. If you have not seen this because you just don't want to watch old black and white boring horror movies, you got to give these a chance because they are some of the most important horror films ever made. Next is The Howling. Yes, from Mr. Joe Dante. This is not my favorite of the 1981 werewolf movies. You guess what the other one is, but it's still a very fun one. It's a little meta, where it does reference the original Wolfman movie in it. So it's kind of funny in that sense. Joe Dante always likes to refer to old movies in his other movies. But it's got a good cast. It's got Dee Wallace Stone, E.T.'s mom, in it. It's got the director of Happy Gilmore himself, Dennis Dugan, in it. It's pretty good. Slim Pickens is in it. I forgot. I'm just reading off the back here. You got Kevin McCarthy. He's great. I love him in UHF. He's a Joe Dante mainstay. The real star of the show is the makeup effects by Rob Bottin. Incredible. Like I said, not my favorite, but there is no denying that it is very outstanding. The ending's a little cheesy, and the makeup effects in that scene aren't as good, but the primary werewolf transformation scene about halfway through the movie is one of the cooler things you'll ever see. Next up, I have something I've only seen once, but I need to rewatch it. My wife hasn't seen it, so it's on the list again. We got Ginger Snaps from the year 2000, I believe. This movie surprised the heck out of me. I didn't know what this movie was. I thought this was like some weird witch movie, despite there clearly being a werewolf on the cover. I'm an idiot. So watching it and discovering in real time that it's indeed a werewolf movie, I just fell in love with it. The werewolf design is very unique and cool at the end of the movie. This movie's not just about werewolves. It's a story about these 2 girls. They are sisters. They are finally going through puberty, and the werewolf transformation is, the parallel to them going through puberty. So it's a unique setup, but I actually really liked it. It has a good sense of humor. It's pretty brutal in parts. Like I said, the werewolf design is very unique and cool. I don't want to spoil what it looks like if you have not seen it, but if you like werewolf movies or you like girls learning about their bodies movies with some werewolves thrown in there, it's for you. But yeah, I highly recommend this one. I need to rewatch it. My wife never saw it because I watched it without her. I can't recommend Ginger Snaps higher. It surprised me. It was one of my favorite surprise first-time watches out of all of my Scream Factory blind buys I've ever done. Next, I have a pretty funny werewolf movie, actually, and that is going to be Dog Soldiers. This is a film from Scotland. It's about a bunch of soldiers doing war games, so they have, pretend ammo with them, doing some training exercises, and then they find this old house that has been destroyed with a sole survivor who turned out to be ravaged by a pack of werewolves. So, it's a hoot and a half, as I always say. I haven't had a chance to watch this 4K, but I assume it looks gorgeous. The Scream Factory Blu-ray was like one of the most hideous Blu-rays I've ever owned. So this can't be worse than that. I've heard it's a much better picture, but I highly recommend it. It's very fun. Got some cool actors in it who you might recognize from Game of Thrones and Grey's Anatomy. I can't think of their names off the top of my head, but they're familiar faces nowadays since this movie came out. It has one of the best werewolf designs in anything I've ever seen, possibly as far as ones that stand on their hind legs. Probably the best, my favorite. They're very tall, they're very impressive, and they're practical, and they look outstanding. But it's a sort of shot all near one location movie where they're in the woods near and around this little house, and the third act happens inside the house. Very cool, very funny, kind of gory. You get to see some nice blood and guts in it. But if you're in the mood for a werewolf movie you've maybe never seen or heard of, Dog Soldiers might be higher up on that list. And last but not least, of course, I gotta go with my favorite, one of my favorite movies of all time, the most famous werewolf movie, possibly even more so than The Wolfman, arguably, and that is American Werewolf in London. This is one of my favorite horror comedies of all time. Rick Baker makeup effects are some of the coolest thing you'll ever see in your life. It still impresses me every time I watch that scene. It's one of the funniest movies like ever, directed by John Landis, who did like Animal House and stuff. So it's got a great sense of humor. I love Griffin Dunn as an actor. He's a great supporting performance in this, and David Naughton is very good as the lead. It never ceases to amaze me. Every time I watch this movie, it's about these kids backpacking in England, and then one of them gets attacked by a werewolf, and then he slowly learns about the curse of the werewolf, having these weird nightmares, which are some of the best dream sequences in any movie that I've ever seen, up until the moment where he starts to transform during the next full moon. And it is consistently entertaining and hilarious and impressive and disgusting all at the same time. I cannot recommend American Werewolf in London any higher. Like I said, it's like the most popular werewolf movie. You've all probably seen it, but if for some reason you haven't, go out right now and watch it, because goddamn, it's great. So those are 5 werewolf movies I recommend to you out of my personal collection. If you have any werewolf movies for me that I need to watch, put them in the comments. That goes for all these videos I'm doing. And then if you like any of these and you've watched them for the first time, let me know. I appreciate that. Once again, my name is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and channel memberships and merch are available on TeePublic and Spreadshop stores.